I'd like to call this meeting to order. As we gather today, I would like to acknowledge on behalf of this committee and our community that we are meeting on the traditional territory of the Algonquin people. We would like to thank the Algonquin people and express our respect and support for their rich history. And we are extremely grateful for their many and continued displays of friendship. We also thank all the generations of people who have taken care of this land for thousands of years. Please join me in a moment of silent reflection. Thank you. A couple things as far as my address. April 9th, I attended the County Council meeting, which included the Health Committee, Community Services, and Corporate Services. Also, we had a report from Mike Nolan, and just wanted to share with Council in regards to the Halliburton situation. And within 90 minutes, the Sierra team and the drone teams were already en route to Halliburton to help out, which really tells you a lot where our money goes to as far as the county expenses. So they sent paramedics, they sent vehicles, they sent equipment and communication support. Basically, there was no phone, no cell service, no electricity, and they had to set up a system of communication. So it was really something to hear about all this. They had many millimeters of ice accretion, so it was a big project, and it was really good to hear how everybody came together to help the people in Halliburton. And also, just wanted to give you an update from the Frechette Daily Update number 9 from Renfrew. And so Round Lake is a slow rise, and 2 centimeters of rock has risen, and a log was added April 14th. And Golden Lake is currently stable, and as of April 14th, there was 1 centimeter that had risen. Next, I want to address the topic of strong mayor's powers, a subject that has sparked thoughtful discussion within our community among council members and our township residents. In an effort to clear up any confusion and misdirection on social media and coffee shop rumors, I am not firing anyone. Let me emphasize this. I did not ask for these powers. I had no idea this was coming. The first I heard about it was when it was announced at County Council last Wednesday. We are one of 169 municipalities added to the original 47 townships. That total is about half of the 444 townships in Ontario. Strong mayor powers are not about consolidating control. They are about accountability, responsiveness, and effective leadership. It enables the mayor, elected directly by the people, to make timely decisions, set a cohesive vision, and ensure township departments are working efficiently towards shared goals. The mayor is still responsible directly to the taxpayer. With these powers comes honest accountability. If things go wrong, the public knows who to hold responsible. And if things go right, the entire township shares in that success. Our residents deserve a township government that works, one that moves quickly to fix roads, ensure public safety, assesses utilities such as water and wastewater, realistic tax increases, and attract new opportunities. I do ask a lot of questions so that I can get to a point where I can be 100% supportive of the matter at hand. Strong mayor powers allows us to act swiftly when necessary and to be fully responsible for the outcomes of those decisions. That said, strong mayor powers must always be paired with transparency, checks and balances, and continued collaboration with council and staff. I respect the role of our council members and the voices in our community. These powers are not a replacement for dialogue. They are a tool to help us deliver results. There is a considerable amount to learn about the strong mayor role and duties, and this will not change things overnight. There will be a learning curve. As your mayor, I do not take this responsibility lightly. My goal is not to control, it is to continue to serve, to lead, and to build a township that works better for everyone. And as always, I can only do that with your help. And does anyone have any pecuniary or financial interest to declare? Having seen none. We have no delegation tonight. So, motion for the previous meetings, please.
Moved by Carl Keel, second by Harold Levine. Motion to approve the minutes of the regular council meeting of April 2nd, 2025, open and closed sessions. Understanding closed minutes remain confidential.
Questions or discussion? Having seen none. All those in favor? Carried.
Moved by Ted Brown, second by Carl Keel. Motion to approve the minutes of the Finance Committee meeting of March 17th, 2025, open session, and the Finance Committee meeting of April 7th, 2025, open and closed sessions. Understanding closed minutes remain confidential.
Questions or discussion? All those in favor? Carried. I'll take a little time out. I gotta sign all these papers. Okay, moving on to meetings. Does anyone have anything under meetings? I have one point to make. After the events of the last couple of weeks, I would like to ask the Chair of Policy and Procedures to call a meeting. This isn't regarding a point Councillor Brown brought up at our last finance meeting, as well as the resolution that was passed at our last regular meeting. I am trying to ensure that communication of all matters, not just financial, are clear, accurate, and represent the collective views and decisions of this council. Our opinions in the end may differ, but there should be discussion about these matters in a public meeting before we go rogue on social media. So, Chair of Policies and Procedures, your call.
Any date except May 22nd and...
Is that your anniversary?
No, I got a meeting in February. And 24th of April.
Your call.
Pick a date, doesn't matter.
Are you calling a meeting?
I guess I am, yes.
Well, it's up to
Okay.
you.
13th or 7th of May, 13th of May, doesn't matter.
What exactly are we discussing at this meeting, Mr. Chair?
I actually don't know.
Policies and procedures
Yeah.
of the items that were brought up in the last couple of weeks.
Okay, and what's that? So I know what to prepare for.
The social media aspect. Because I think we should get to a point where we make a policy.
Hey,
7th of May, Wednesday.
busy.
May 7th? Ted, is that okay for you?
I don't know. I have to look.
That means there's a finance meeting on the 5th, a regular meeting on the 6th, and then another meeting on the 7th.
Back to back to back?
13th,
You okay with that?
13th, Ted?
Yeah.
You're
I'm okay.
Okay, May 13th? You're not on that committee, are you, Brian? 6:30? 6:30?
That's fine, we can, whatever.
Carl?
Yep, fine.
Ted?
Yeah.
Thank you. Reports. Our fire chief.
A lot of exciting stuff happening, but I guess we have to do such a good thing. Operations, fire operations. On March 31st, we had an alarm on Mill Street. April 1st, a chimney fire on this street. April 3rd, we had a hydro line down on Simpson Pit Road, south of Mask Road. And on April 3rd, we had another hydro line call on Blue Road. Ongoing activities, weekly truck checks, monthly equipment checks. Recent events, March 19th was an OASC, that's the Ontario Association of Fire Chiefs Town Hall. March 19th and 20th, Ontario Park Self-Defense Training took place at our facility. March 26th was a meeting of the Improving the Quality of Emergency Management Programs in Ontario. These just don't go off the tongue very easily. March 28th to 30th, the NEFEC, that's the Northeastern Fire Education Conference in Huntsville. We had 2 people attend that. April the 9th, we had what used to be called a PAC 6. It was a Provincial Advisory Committee meeting. And things kind of got turned around from Zone 6, and we have been renumbered Zone 8, and there's been a remapping of it, which I haven't seen yet, but we're now Zone 8. Upcoming events, another meeting of the Improving the Quality of Emergency Management Programs in Ontario group. On April 17th, we have a meeting with the Ontario Municipal Fire Prevention Officers Association. May 13th, bi-monthly meeting of firefighters. Recent training, March 18th, PPE, that's the safety gear, the SCBA, the breathing apparatus, ropes, and that was in theory and practical. Exam preparations on March 25th, plus the MNRF 103 in theory. We watched all the videos on it, and talked about the theory. April 8th, we had extrication and airbags and stabilization and struts, theory and practical. And tonight we have the MNRF 103 practical. We're having this up at the Round Lake Pond, so we'll be leaving from here to go to there. This is to meet our requirements of the contract with the Ministry of Natural Resources. April 22nd, ground ladders theory practical. May 20th coming up, extrication theory practical. May 27th, ventilation theory practical. June 10th, hydrants, hose streams, relay pumping. June 17th, water supply, porta tanks, high wall pump. And on the 24th, foam theory practical. The CEMC, you can see that we're heading all kinds of meetings, Frechette meetings on March 19th to 26th. April 2nd, 9th, and 10th. Coming up is April 16th, 23rd, 30th, 7th, 14th, 21, and 28th. And you've just read the Frechette number 9, which we get. And there's also minutes of these meetings and whatnot, but basically zero concern. The Rise is still running with pre-book meetings, but that's what I've got for you.
Any questions about? I have one, Bob. On that zone change, our area still stays the same, or has it expanded or decreased?
No, that I don't know. That's why I said I haven't seen the map of where Zone 6 was versus Zone 8. Maybe Zone 6 was the largest. My suspicion would be that it's probably shrunk as far as that's concerned. Maybe split into a room, another line or something.
Okay. Good. We're good. Have a good night. Thank you. Oh, did you want to talk about that?
No, you can call it that.
Okay. Is there instructions? Colton.
Evening, Council. So my report's pretty short tonight. Just some things I want to touch on and gain clarity about. So if we look under discussions and findings, as you all know, the RLPOA meets all these dates during the year and also puts on events. So if we skip to the next page, there's just a few things that I want to make Council aware of and just gain clarity on. So first thing we're going to touch on is under the May 24th cornhole event that the RLPOA is putting on. So they have offered to build cornhole boards and give township in kind after they're done with it, so it would be at our disposal to use. they're asking that if they did that, if we pay for the beanbags, and through sourcing, it's about $60 for the beanbags. I guess that we can all kind of make decisions at once, but that's something I'm trying to gain direction from council on. Secondly is in past, we've waived these rental fees for the ROPOA, and I'm wondering if council wants to do that again or continue to do that. And then at the very bottom of council discussion, the ROPOA has offered a spot in their handbook for our advertising for our township, and then those are the prices attached. I guess we can just finish it there. So does council wish to spend the $60 on the beanbags for the cornhole?
So let's break this down into three. The first thing is council, just a showing of hands, continue to waive the rental fee for events. All those in favor? Carried. Next, we'll do the cost of the bean bags, which is $60. All those in favor? Carried. Advertisement. I asked Tammy if we had done this before. She thinks we did some time ago, but we can't remember what year we did it. But does anyone have a preference of what size they would like to do? Or if
Scott, know if we, do you know if we did?
Not last year, but I think 3 years ago you did.
Okay.
does anyone have a choice of what size they would like?
Go with the same size we had before. Do you remember what that was?
I wasn't doing business director then, so.
Whatever.
I'd be good with that.
Half page?
Yeah.
All those in favor? Carried. There you go, Colton. Ask and you shall receive.
Good news. So the second item is the outdoor rink usage stats. I asked our attendants to kind of track the nightly users for our rinks just to gain KPIs for our knowledge. So through that, Killaloe Rink got around 15 nightly users, and Round Lake got around 10, which are great numbers. I think some nights being higher than others. And there's also a Valentine's Day skate at Round Lake, which Councillor Levine said was a great turnout as well. So love to see the rinks getting used, and there's lots of enjoyment. There's also been an increase in developing volunteer support strategies to help carry on more events throughout the winter with the rinks. And then, speaking of interest, the rink board advertising, through me reaching out, I've gotten lots of interest of companies wishing to put their advertisement on the Killaloe rink. I'm just waiting approval from council to purchase the Lexan glass, which are the ad slips that go into the rink boards. The Canada Summer Jobs update. So I got an update saying we got 4 of the 7 positions applied for approved. The community development assistant, 1 swimming instructor, 1 swim assistant, and 1 waste site attendant. What we didn't get funding for was our 2nd swim assistant, our 1 roads public works guy, and the visitor information attendant. And I'm still waiting to hear back from another grant I got from employment called Summer Employment Opportunities, where I applied for the plant caretaker position, and I imagine I'll be hearing back from them soon. The swim program will be 6 weeks. That's what the program, the Canada Summer Jobs funds for. So that's how long it's going to be. And then, kind of in closing, I'm going to touch on our Easter event, which I thought was a great hit. Through the whole day, we got over 100 attendees, 104 to be exact. We had 4 volunteers. Lots of positive feedback, and I just want to give a shout out to Grandma's Pantry and Engine House Cafe, as well as all the volunteers for all their assisted support, and hoping to have that continuing on for our next events. Yeah.
Okay.
And then lastly, just if you take a look at the sheet, so this was what our website team Civicit gave to us. They said that this would look better on our website. It's not our traditional letterhead, so I'm just getting council's approval to put that up on our website. Right now, it's just the actual Township of Killaloe kind of logo. They said with the Killaloe Haggerty Richards writing, it would make it the kind of front, that front rectangle page just look a lot better and fill up some more space. And we can also get that back in a high-res image, so we can use it for other things as well if we wish to. So just getting council's direction on that.
Okay,
Looking
let's,
for council's direction.
let's, now, these rink ad slips,
Yep.
did we have that in the budget
In 2024, yes.
in 2024?
Yes.
But did we not put it in this year's budget?
Yes?
I did, yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So you're just awaiting for the budget to be approved?
For me to go, yes, yes.
Okay.
If council wishes to give pre-approval for it, then you can do so. But if we want to wait till budget deliberations and that final procedure, that's totally okay as well.
I don't remember. Does anyone remember how much that cost was?
I believe I put in $3,000. That's a loose guess, but that would be my guess. Yes, $3,000. $3,000 is what I put in.
Would anyone feel comfortable in doing that ahead of time or wait?
Wait.
Yeah, we better wait.
We're gonna wait. Okay. Now, moving on to the students. Now, is that both grants that we applied for? Wasn't there 2 grants for students?
So the Canada Summer Jobs is the one we got 4 to 7, and then the Summer Employment Opportunities is the one I'm waiting to hear back for, and that was for the plant caretaker. We only applied for 1 under Summer Employment.
Okay. So we're short 3 positions.
Yeah. Well, I'd say we're lucky considering we've gotten all 7 in years past. I think that 4 is a good number.
Does anyone have any comments?
The Easter event was excellent.
About the students?
No. We've already made that decision.
Okay. Moving on to the Easter event. Bill?
I heard someone else say, no, it's excellent. It was very well attended. It was a perfect day for it. The kids and the families had lots of good things to say, so.
Harold, any comments?
Fantastic. It was nice to see kids down there again. Good.
Maureen?
No, it's a great event. One mom said she was so happy that we were doing things. There's lots of little kids. There's an explosion of families with young children, so I think the more we can do, the better.
And Brian, you were there?
Yes, I attended, and I thought it was well attended, and they all seemed to be enjoying it. It was well put together, thanks to Colton and his volunteers, and yeah, I heard a lot of positive comments on it, yeah.
Positive. Love hearing that. Last point, in regards to the logo. What does everyone think about that? Any comments?
I think I already sent you, yeah.
Yep, I didn't get it all.
Okay.
Council.
I think we have to because our logo is very squished in that little corner, and even for like visibility for people to read where we are, it's really important to have a good logo, so I would say yes.
Now, just a question. Does that mean all of our logos will get changed? Or just on just on the website?
Yeah, correct. But we also have access to use this as well, because we have like our Killarney Riches, and we just have our logo, and then we'll also have this one.
Okay. Everybody,
If council allows that.
if everybody okay with that, the change? Is it classified as a change?
I leave design decisions to people. I have no sense of this.
But I think you can take it, we're all okay with that. Okay. That's it for you?
That's it for me.
Thank you. Have a good night. And you have it?
What's your pool, if you leave it here or?
Examining the accounts and road and general voucher 03-2025. Questions? Wow. Carl?
No. Get paid, so what can we do about it?
Okay. Moving on to correspondence, or is there any committee reports? Haven't seen none. Let's move on to correspondence. Regional Development Advisor Carmen Gould. 55 plus games. Ministry for Seniors and Accessibility, Senior of the Year.
I believe we have some recommendations that we might not want to make in our own view.
Okay, the deadline for the nominations is April 30th. Okay, if anyone has anyone, I would assume we submit those to you, Tammy? Okay.
To Tammy?
To Tammy, yeah. So you need to give her a couple days before April 30th, okay? County of Vancouver, Taste of the Valley for 2025 and 2026. D. Liz Sador, KHR budget process. Comments, questions?
I'd like to acknowledge Liz's letter, and I know that I've read it, and other councillors have read it, and I want to make sure that we follow the spirit of what she's asking us to do, and I believe that we do. If she would come in the council chambers and watch meetings, I think she'd see how well we work together as a council.
Good, well said.
I already spoke to her
Okay.
on the phone, yeah.
Jeff Muzzy, appreciation letter.
That one would be nice just to read, it's acknowledging, can we say that?
Out loud? Sure.
Yeah, it would be nice to read it
Just
out.
thought I'd drop a quick note to express my appreciation for the excellent work of your township staff, namely Nathan Yandernall. As a longtime resident who requires assistance from township staff periodically, I've had occasion to request assistance from Nathan. He has always been polite, friendly, knowledgeable, and helpful. My work has brought me into contact with virtually every municipality in Renfrew County, and the staff at KHR is second to none. Please extend my gratitude to our mayor and your fellow councillors. Sincerely, Jeff Muzzy.
Nice to get those letters once in a while.
Yeah.
The next one is the Orman newsletter. Comments?
My comment is, when we put a cell tower inside CRC, my phone still won't come there.
I wish I could give you an update when the actual 2 towers are going to be operational, but I can't give you that update. I know it's talked about at every county council meeting, so. Next one, Councillor Brian Pekoski.
Yeah, that's my report from Ogre Conference. I think everybody received it. So.
One question I do have for Brian and the group that was there, I remember about a year ago, I brought up the fact that the nuclear waste was, and I think Bob was involved, I brought up there was a concern about the nuclear waste on the highways, so that's coming to light now more so?
Well, it is.
Oh,
but
it's already been,
yeah,
go ahead, Ted.
It's like a 50-year plan. None of us will be here. It's going to be stored at the sites where it is for now, like Bruce, Atomic Energy, and it's about 50 years, I believe, before it's all will be shipped north.
Yeah. The actual shipping of it?
Yeah.
Okay. Because my concern was that our group needs to, do we need to be prepared, like our training of our firefighters, et
None of
cetera?
us will be on council, at least firefighters will be downstairs.
City of Peterborough, resolution use of X. The next one, Town of Tillsonburg Resolution, Strong Mirror Powers. Questions? Town of Saugeen Shores, opposition to the proposed amendments to expand Strong Mirror Powers.
So I don't know if we can support a letter from, I don't know how to go about this, but I do think that we as council don't support the strong mirror powers coming into our community. I respect your opinion is different than ours, but what can we do in this situation? Like support it, sending a letter of our own like this. So can I put that up to council to say whether you would be in support of that?
Oh,
Please.
Brian?
Of sending a letter?
Of sending a letter, like these
Make a
letters.
resolution.
Yeah, Carol?
Absolutely.
Bill?
I would support
And
that.
I would as well. Yeah. So can we, I don't know how to go about doing this, I'm sorry. Can we direct you to compile something similar to that on behalf of Kilwood, the council of Kilwood, Hagerty and Richards?
And I can provide it to council for review before I send it. If that's the direction.
Sure.
What time frame would that be? You
I can
know?
do it,
Like, do we have to wait for another council meeting to?
no, we can do
Okay,
it, yeah.
that was my thought.
Yeah, okay.
Because all documentation, if I,
Needs to be by April 16th.
April 16th?
Yeah,
That's tomorrow.
yeah. Tomorrow will be the last day.
Good, it is. Okay. Any other correspondence from anyone else? I haven't seen that. We're going to go to bylaws. Motion for bylaw number 17-2025.
Moved by Harold Levine, second by Carl Peel, that bylaw number 17/2025 being a bylaw to amend bylaw number 1124, being the zoning bylaw of the Corporation of the Township of Kilwood, Hagerty and Richards, as amended, be given its first, second, and third reading and finally passed this 15th day of April 2025.
Questions or discussion? All those in favor? Carried.
The other question?
Okay. We did the vote, right?
Okay.
We did the vote, right? It's done. Any unfinished business? Haven't seen none. New business. Is that you, Tammy, or are you talking? Or you want me to? New business?
It doesn't matter, it's just the Integrity Commissioner Services Annual Report, just for information for council. And then the next one is from Lynn Flostra for the paddling for the flotilla. So they're wanting to do the paddle again this year, and they're asking for approval to use the rink facilities, just like we did last year. And then some weeding and grass trimming around the staging area, which I've already chatted with Dean about, and he's good to go. So other than the rink, I think that's all that they're asking for.
Yeah, and I would take responsibility for the rink like I did.
Yeah. Any other questions?
I strongly support it, and I would suggest other councillors come out and everyone come out and paddle the creek if you haven't done it.
Yeah.
Excellent. And you all should do it too.
Have you got a
Yeah.
motor?
Better fix my canoe.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I didn't do last year.
Do you have a motor for me, Bill?
Okay, so
I'll carry you, I'll portage you.
can we see a show of hands of support? Got it.
With thanks to Lynn and Donna Marie for organizing.
Huge. Okay.
I have just one more thing under new business.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Sure.
Yeah, just wanted to mention that also at the county council meeting last week, there was an announcement of an expansion of childcare spaces. The province provided additional childcare spaces to the county, and that's important to me. You know, in my day job, I operate licensed childcare, so it's part of my world. And there was a huge need for additional spaces in Renfrew County, and I'm bringing it up. You might recall that when I went to Roma, I was part of the county's delegation to the minister about this issue. So we're really, really pleased that that's landed. I believe there's about a little more than 80 spaces that are as yet unaccounted for. So the county's going to be doing a competitive process to determine where those childcare spaces land. So
It's a really good story.
very good.
Really good story.
Yeah. Additionally, that announcement came with $1.5 million capital loss for the expansion, which isn't very much, but better than nothing.
Good. And now we're going to close. Thank you.
Right, kids?
That's it.
That's it.
Moved by Brian Bukowski, second by Ted Brown. Motion to move into committee of the whole. Be it resolved that council move into a closed meeting pursuant to section 239 of the Municipal Act 2001 as amended for the following reason. Personal matters of an identifiable individual, including municipal or local board employees.
All those in favor? Carried.